deity day to come. From deity to day, from dark to light, the way to spring into summer and fall, like leaves in the autumn fall, to decompose and their forms to return to Mother Earth again through the growth of the seasons.
I love it.
Proper fucking Irish, isn't it?
No, it's upstairs in my room. Okay. It is proper Irish.
This bit's better. Megalithic Irish. Light comes into dark void like a fuck cunt. Like a female. Like a
hand fits into a glove.
Keep going. Stop, actually.
God cunt.
Oh!
Explaining the paragraphs. Light comes into dark void like a fuck cunt. Like a male comes into a female. Like a hand fits into a glove. Love makes life. Life makes love. A cunt is an old megalithic Irish word that means the shape of a handy hole that you can put something into. To hold in a hole with a handle that the hands can hold. Cups, bowls are man-made cunts from which we can eat and drink. A spoon is a cunt
like eating out of cunts.
with which to swoop and scoop soup from the bowl and also to swirl and stir the pot upon the fire. A shallow hole in the ground, bowl-shaped, is a handy cunt in which to light a fire. A faggot, or a skinny stick that you fuck into a fire in the old Irish megalithic tongue. To fuck is to poke a stick into the ground to make a hole, or into a fire to burrow into the embers and stir air into the ash to ignite more flames.
Wow.
Cunt and fuck are two of the oldest words in the English language because they are two of the most primitive tools for human life from the oldest regions of the human memory.
Now both of
That
them
is brilliant.
Now both of them are used as insults, and
Yes.
one of them is used as
Yes. Neanderthal peoples roamed the earth for a very long time before modern man got all mental about time. There were Neanderthals on earth before the Garden of Eden story got written onto parchment. Neanderthal man had a different frame of mind, more instinctual, less cerebral, more in the moment, more in harmony with his mates. In modern English slang, everyone is a mate, even people you do not like. Everyone is a fucking cunt, whether for a joke, a term of endearment, or to deliver the harshness of "fuck off, you fucking cunt." No other phrase carries the weight of the guttural feeling, passionate feeling. I couldn't give a fuck, is what God said when he ran out of patience. I'm anthropomorphizing my dad as God here.
What? Anthropomorphizing. What the heck is that? It looks like a bunch of gobbledygook.
That's really good.
And there's fucking loads of it.
That will shoot down the vagina monologues. Just there.
Is that a made-up Safalufucine word?
Oh, Where was the mother in the Hebraic version of the Garden of Eden? What is the Garden of Eden? Is the Garden of Eden in heaven? Or is the Garden of Eden on Mother Earth, where the mother has fallen when God kicked her out of the heavens? Did God curse Eve and Adam with her because God was judgmental? Did God have a fight with the mother and also banish her from his heaven? What if the eating of the apple relates to an insight into the mind of God and his relationship problems with the mother's feeling nature? God gave dominion over the earth and all living things in his creation to man. Man is created in God's image, yet the Bible claims that Eve was made from a rib that God took from Adam. Eve, therefore, is not created in the image of God. The mother of God, the feeling nature of creation, is written out of the creation story in the Romo-Judaic Bible. Judeo-Roman Church, using Irish wisdom, mushroom magic, to substitute Judaic imagery to subvert and suppress the Irish oral traditions. Why are liberty caps and all sorts of other magic mushrooms illegal and frowned upon by law, especially when God made the fruits of the earth and saw that they were good? Why are apples not illegal and frowned upon?
Yeah.
Drop the
Why
mic.
is the Christian Mother Mary portrayed as standing with one foot stepping on the head of a snake? So, there was an Irish way of seeing these stories and telling these stories which the Romeo-Judaic guys just couldn't get their heads round. Mother Nature on planet Earth is where we are. At night it is dark. One cannot depend upon daylight to see with the two eyes. But there is deep feeling and a sense of closeness with life. The ears can hear, listening closely without needing sight or light to perceive what other life is nearby. Nighttime is not nothing. Just because one cannot see life does not mean there is no life. The darkest hour is before the dawn. When the sun rises, the light has colours of red into orange into yellow and pinky purples. One can begin to perceive the forms and shapes nearby. Once the sun rises above the horizon, the light becomes clear and the two eyes began to see farther. Farther sounds like father in the far distance. In the womb, it is dark. The baby in the womb does not see with two eyes, but there is deep feeling of closeness and comfort and listening to the vibrations of life forms nearby. The mother and child are in constant communication, like being immersed in the ocean. The child feels every emotion washing through the being of the mother. Moo, mo, mood, mother, mother, mud, mudder, udder, milk, moon. The father may be near or farther away, doing, gathering, foraging, husbanding the animals and tending to the jobs that he likes to do. But the baby has a sense of how far the father is.
Mm-hmm.
The baby has a sensory feeling awareness of the father figure inside the mind's eye, inside the flesh, in the darkness of the womb. A radar that senses the radiation of the father's vibrations, his moves, his moods, his voice, and his thought. The father is inherent in the flesh of the baby through his seed being present in the conception and gestation in the womb. Form gives rise to flesh, flesh to flesh uniting and making love and creating the makeup of the next generation. Woman is created in the image of Mother Nature.
Yay, yay.
A little bit further and it gets graphic.
I love
It starts breaking his creation to man.
Narratives, information. Narratives, information. Narratives, information. Events that happen over time. Details of events. So many details it's impossible to name everything that happens in a moment with all the context. And so our individual context has to try and make sense of the overall context. And with the AI and computers as a reference point outside of ourselves, certainly I can see that the way my mind works is also artificial. That intelligence gathering is the adaptation of past experiences, and reiterations, practicing, makes at least attaining towards perfection, even if perfection is impossible to reach in time. That intelligence gathering is the adaptation of past experiences and reiterations, practicing, makes at least attaining towards perfection, even if perfection is impossible to reach in time. But everything is stories. And depending on what way we hear the story, or read the story, or see the story, or remember the story, whatever way the story is told, no matter how recent or how old, we colour in blind spots with our imagination of what must have happened, depending on what it looked like. Now, stories that were told around us when we were kids are recorded in our subconscious mind and have a steering effect on how we interpret. Those stories are part of our experience, even if we were in the womb when those stories were happening. Now, I've pieced together a story in my own life recently. My friendly dog just got himself in an almost dogfight. It wasn't a dogfight, it's alright. Yeah, so God and the frozen ideas of God and the concepts of an ancient God and the different ideas of God amongst different nations. And that seems to manifest and be played out in the whole Israel thing, where because of stuff written in a book, the claim that because it's written in an old book means that it's a legal claim to take over land. Complex. Justifiable. Just if I do whatever I want, I can justify it whatever way I want. And it's a sort of materialism. Anyway, it's very complex, isn't it? So back to the mirror. The world is so complex. And I've thought so deeply about it all and taken it all on so much that last year it bubbled over into a higher state of being in June to July, in which I came to imagine someone created a mirror, a flat screen, and through that mirror window into reality, reality was created in our imaginations. And so all souls flowed from heaven into earth, flowed from non-duality into the construct of duality. Flowed from the fields of Satori into these fields of anything is possible. And we have the free will to imagine whatever we will, and that we can make that imagining a reality by following through, by taking the steps, and taking a journey. And we have the free will to imagine whatever we will, and that we can make that imagining a reality by following through, by taking the steps, and taking a journey. And yet, because there are so many of us here, it's not necessarily so simple as do whatever you want, because someone else might want to stop you. And then you find yourself in a conflict of realities. I'll pause here again. With a pain that stops and starts, like a corkscrew to my heart, ever since we've been apart. So here I am in a forest in Galloway in Scotland. But on my mind today, I want to try again to put across this idea that I had almost 9 months ago in a sort of state of psychotic revelation kind of thing, or merely artistic openness and processing vast thoughts in the subconscious into some sort of a conscious sense, ability. And the concept idea I had is along the lines of that when we were unmanifest soul, before creation happened, we were undifferentiated soul, in a non-duality, in a state of wholeness, in a state of complete connection with each other, but there were no other, kind of thing. And the idea I'd had last year is that one soul of all soul imagined an idea of a mirror, and when one looked in the mirror, one saw one's sight. Yeah, so one looked into the mirror, that's projected into the mirror what one imagined and saw what one imagined. And therefore one went into one's own imagination through the looking glass into the realm of imagination. So it's an idea that, hey, that makes sense, that that's what we've all done since. And it's just peeling back the idea to say someone must have done this first and then shown everyone else the mirror and found that whenever anyone looked into the mirror, everyone saw slightly different, which logically means that what we're all projecting into the mirror is slightly different, which logically means that we each have a unique perception and a unique inner nature. And the idea is, from the beginning of looking into the mirror and projecting imagination, that initially the imagination roamed totally free. Whatever one thought and felt became manifest in vision and feeling. What we now, at the end of time, think of as virtual world possibilities on our computer screens, phone screens, cinema screens. But philosophically, the idea is that the whole world we see around us is a screen, imagined. And the body that we appear to inhabit is a console, is a construct, is a avatar, is a bodysuit, is a rendering of thought, is the pinnacle of what we call creation. Now, where I'm coming from with even coming up with any of these ideas is that the idea of creation is difficult. We don't remember necessarily. The world has built up a picture of what happened in creation, and that picture is pretty sketchy and doesn't make sense to most people. The idea of God is difficult. The idea that God created the world is difficult. The idea that God is not present down here in the world is difficult. And all the conflicting ideas about God, whether he's this, that or the other, whether she's this, that or the other, are all difficult.
Facebook, 2 hours ago. Is Mahlam, is Gaelic. I like it. I love Gra. I love speaking in tongues. I may speak in tongues of men or angels, but if I am without love, I am nothing, no thing.
The word. The word is the thing. The word is moving away. Away with the fairies. We been a long time. We been a long time waiting behind the scenes. This thing, this whole big thing, this thing been a long time waiting behind the scenes. This thing you were experiencing all your life, wondering what's it all about, and yet not wondering how did it come about, and how did I get into this? The word is moving away. Away with the fairies. We've been a long time waiting behind the scenes. This thing has been an infinite game plan. A plan. We made a plan, a game plan. This whole thing has been an infinite game plan in the makings. In the makings mindfully. This whole thing has been infinite game plan. In the makings mind fully, fundamentally fulfilled. This thing been fulfilled. This thing been an infinite fulfilled game plan in the makings mind fully, fundamentally fulfilled. In the makings mind, this thing is a game plan. This thing, in the mind of the maker, this chalice, this thing. In the mind of the maker, this chalice, brimming, overflowing, punctuation marks the spot. Punctuation marks the spot. Urination once again. Urination once again. This thing, pock, marks the skin. Apocalypse. Pock's lips marks the skin. An apocalypse marks the skin. Epochs. Eclipse, ellipse, parch. This thing, punctuation marks the spot, pock marks the skin, apocalypse, epochs, an ellipse, parchment, parch mind, parch, a porch, parch, parchment, a contract for the porch, the freeway, the porch, the archway, the porch, the highest mind can see. The porch is the parchment, the doorway, the dolmen, the dormant. The dormant for the mind, dolmen, demon, druid, wandering free round through the worlds, and nobody'd ever get to me or see me passing through the worlds, for I can travel highest path. Highest path I'd travel, quick and easy. See me disappear, never, you will not. This chalice, brimming, overflowing, punctuation marks the spots. Pock marks the skin, a parchment, ready to be writ 10 upon. Parchment, the skin ready to be written upon. Drawing lots, quantifying. We threw the whole lot down to earth and back to life. We fairies all know the truth. Despite strife, we fairies all know the truth. Down to earth and back to life. drawing lots, quantifying, we drew the whole lot back down to earth, the back straight down to earth, back to life straight. The straight way is open again, holy land, holy land, holy land, holy. The land is calling the holy back to the saints, and scholars know how to show you the way back to the truth. In truth you speak in the present, the truth you speak in the present leads back to the way. We speak in truth in the present along the way. Every day, every now and then, there's never a then, it's always now. Do you know how to stay in the now? We invented holy breath. The Holy Spirit breathed it in, the Holy Spirit breathed it out. We invented holy breath. We breathed in the day. Upon the day of creation, we breathed in the day. The deity we breathed in on the day of creation, the Genesis of all that may be, the May King's duty to see. Everything in the May Day's duty, the King must see the day in beauty. Every day, in every way, in everything we say, we intuit every day. Intuit what we say, for we inspired spirals, deity, the deity, the deity, the deity, unlimited, unlimited, unlimited I, unlimited deity, the unlimited deity, I. The idea of I, the unlimited deity, for we inspired spirals, intuiting what we say on the day we were invented. We invented Holy Spirit. We invented. We breathed in the day we invented. We invented in the day we breathed in the deity of the idea of God made manifest. I to I, and every one is two. We split the firmament. We made the mind be capable of separating itself from itself, and therefore a virtual world where none could truly be harmed was made to seem real in the eyes of the Faerie. The Faerie host taught, if I'm the host, then I'm the most able to call the biggest party, and be Jesus, didn't we invite the whole universe into our imaginations? Inish. Upon the day of creation, it's every day. In every way we wake up. We sleep to wake up, sure how could you otherwise sleep to wake up? For how could you otherwise sleep to wake up? For how could you otherwise sleep to wake up? For how could you otherwise remember the day before? How could you imagine the day to come? We invented impossible, and we made it real. We invented the past. We invented the future. We breathed them in. We remembered why. How could you otherwise? How could you otherwise? We invented the imagination and made it look real and made you could feel. We made the body be. Every day and every way and everything we say, we intuit every day, for we know now is present. Every day in every way and everything we say, we intuit every day, for we know now is present. pack. Follow your kids, they know the way. Follow the kids and listen to what they say when they clap their hands. Can you still hear the things I'm saying? Should I pull a little bit more near and see if we don't feed back some truth loops? It's all still working on the multi-dimensional levels there. The recording's happening all right. So the thing I'm saying really clearly here for you to hear really simply is that the thing that happened this year is the veils did not go back up when the veil came down for Halloween. So the portal between the worlds is now stretched wide. World Wide Web around the world is the portal that the fairies made, through which the humanity came into being, through which the mermaids came into being, through which God and Christ and his mother came into being. We didn't create creation, but we created the means by which we could experience and replay over and over again every way that could be within the whole of all what might be if, when, becomes present. Like it is on planet Earth in duality, we created duality from unity. We created impossibility. We created a world outside of everything. We created a world outside of one. We created a one in which one could flow into, making two, from which two could flow back into one and become the whole again. Do you understand what I'm saying here? Big nose. I'm saying the reason this year has gone so strangely is because, strangely enough, nobody wanted normal anymore because the Norman's version of normal is out of date. They stuck an extra 1,000 years in to confuse everybody. There was a takeover plot going on. Things were repercussing. People were knocking on heaven's door. People were crying to be let in. People were crying to die. People didn't want to live anymore. People were stuck in the game. People were stuck in the game and they couldn't remember why they came here. They couldn't remember how to win, and everyone was losing time fast. So here we are. We've pressed the end sequence. The 1 year left, it's done. It's more than half over. See ya in Tir na Nog when we're all sober. Sorry for the lengths of all the recordings, but to be honest, it's a very long story with so many details. So many co-conspirators who know so many details. It's a long thread for the whole carpet. Does anyone know there's no perfect circles in the true nature? But there's loads of spirals. True spirals. Spirals that really do go beyond infinity and come from beyond infinity. Point the way to entropy every plant. Every planet. Every plane T. Every ET plan. this music is spirals, and it's natural music and spirals, inspiring music and natural spires. The Dangas and the Danga tribe from Britain from the 80s and 90s, still alive. For sure, this is the first time a lot of you have ever heard this music. Till it's not. And it's a nice day today. If you like sunny weather and no breeze. Sometimes